Okay, I'm gonna get started. Hello, my name is Duke, and I'm a knitwear designer from Japan, but I live in Memphis, Tennessee right now. Um, I would like to ask the participants or viewers to communicate with me via comments. There should be a live chat section of this YouTube where you can just type your message and send it to me so that I can read what you are typing. But before I start this Sara long live Q&A, I thought I would give you a little bit sneak peek of my design. So it's going to be my publication debut, first time for me to be featured in a magazine. But this hat is called Midori hat, and it's a Japanese character showing the word Midori, which means green. So it's basically a green hat. But the color is not green because there's some negative meaning to wearing a green hat in Chinese culture. So, but anyway, this was inspired by evergreen trees in Washington State. So it will be featured in a magazine called Nomadic. Nomadic Knits, and the issue will be available in December, and the theme is Washington State. So that's why I designed this evergreen Washington State, green character. So anyway, that's a little sneak peek of what's coming in December. Once it's officially announced by the publication, I will post it on my Instagram. But anyway, so if you're watching this, I would like to know where you are watching from. So that will be my question number one to the viewers. So if you can type in, you may have to sign in to your Google account to be able to comment. But if you can do so and tell me your location that you're watching from, that would be great. So it looks like Miss Protas is watching from New York City. Hello. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you accessing it and watching me do this live stream. So it looks like you're the only one watching so far, but I'm glad I have the audience rather than doing it by myself. So I would like to talk about this dish, Sara Dishcloth. So there's a knit along going on right now. I think it started last week. I released a few videos going through some overview of the design, what kind of yarn you need, what kind of needles you need. So if you have not watched them, you can go to my YouTube channel and watch them. And the videos are free. You just have to you just have to purchase my pattern, which is $2 on Ravelry. Oh, it's Melissa. Okay. Hello, Melissa. Thanks for joining. So in this live stream, I was hoping to show you some of the troubleshooting techniques. So in in the previous videos I posted, I asked you to make a swatch like this. It's just one motif of the final projects that you'll be working on. But in the tutorial, or I call it swatching technique video, I explain to you what you need to do for the cast on and for the edge treatment, and for the bind off. So maybe some of you have done it. Maybe this is the first time for you to watch this. That's okay. Uh, I wanted to show you some of the typical mistakes people make. So let's see if the camera will show the colors. Maybe the color is not showing very well. How about on the other side? Yeah. So the typical mistake a double knitter makes is, it's reverse. So this is like a pearl bump showing on the other side. It should not be showing. So that's typical mistake number one. Number two is you knit or purl with a wrong color. So I'd like to demonstrate to you how to fix those two most common mistakes. So let's see. So what I'm going to do is just slip the stitches to this very section. So I'm just slipping, I guess purlwise, to go to that very section. Okay, so it's this olive green section, right? So what I'm going to do is, that might be terrifying for some people, but unknit, or what do you call it? Just drop the stitches down to the place you want to fix. So this purl bump, I don't want to be showing, so I'm just going to kind of move it to the back of the stitch so that it won't be showing. And I'm just gonna go drop the stitches further down to the wrong color stitch. Okay, so this whitish color, it should have been the olive green color, so I'm gonna drop it. Now it's dropped. So now I have to knit back up. So you could, if you're used to making mistakes, it's probably easy. But if you're first time doing it, it might need a little practice. But basically, I'm just picking the next row of string and knit like this. And let me do it again. I'm going to pick the next olive color, and I'm going to knit. I'm going to pick and knit, pick and knit. And be careful not to split yarns. This yarn is very splitty, so. But now I think it's fixed. And just wiggle a little bit to make sure the white side is not showing. So there, voila. You still see a little bit of light color yarn, but after blocking, it should be nice and clean. So that's how you fix it. And let me show you another way of fixing it. So I'm just gonna drop the same stitch down several stitches. And if you have a crochet hook like this, and personally it's much easier to fix it. So hope you can see the crochet hook. So this is a stitch, and what I'm going to do is insert the hook from front to back, and it kind of pick the next stitch and pull it through the existing stitch. So let me do it again. Pick and through. Pick. Oops. Pick and through. Oops. I think I just dropped stitches. The needle fell off the live stitches, and that happens because I'm using metal needles. It's very slippery. So let me just show you how to reinsert the needles. So as I explained in my previous videos, double knitting stitches are basically one by one ribbing using two different colors. So I'm going to insert needle to a dark color first and make sure the right leg is showing to the front of the needle, and then insert the needle to the light color stitch, and again make sure the right leg of the stitch is to the front of the needle, and you just continue doing so. So dark color, light color, dark color, and light color. And then I was in the middle of fixing this row or this column. So I'm done fixing. So let's see how it looks. Let me slip a few stitches. And yeah, looks good. So again, you're seeing a little lighter color in between stitches, but after blocking, it should be okay. So that's how you fix your mistakes. Okay. I was hoping some of the viewers can ask me questions, and I had some questionnaire that you can answer, but it looks like the number of viewers are so few that maybe I won't be receiving any questions. So, oh well, that's okay. Anyone can view this video after the fact, after this live. It'll be up on my YouTube channel. So I hope you learned something about fixing the mistakes. And I'm going to repeat this again later today. at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time, and which means it will be 10 a.m. in Japan next day on Sunday. And that will be done in Japanese so that Japanese speaking people, can interact with me live. And so hopefully in that event, I will have a little more audience than this time. But anyway, thanks for watching. And I hope to talk to you again, either on Ravelry, um, for this Knit Along forum, or by email. If you go to the Ravelry forum, my email address will be there. Um, or if you can get in touch with me with Instagram at Nico Duke, and KKODUKE, or my Ravelry. You can search me by Duke of Nico as a designer. So hope to talk to you again soon. Thank you. Bye.